Hey guys, Diamond Ambassador Sally Lewis here, and today I want to help talk you through some do's and don'ts in regards to your Plexus business. There are a lot of things that I've learned in the last 8 years of growing a business and community with Plexus, and a lot of this stuff is simple, but there are things that I still remind myself to this day as I'm helping bring others into this opportunity and helping guide others through their products. So let's go through this list. I'll expound on a few, but be sure you have a pen and paper handy just in case some of these resonate with you. First one is don't get stuck in the hows and the how-tos, but do move forward step by step in action and activity so that you can learn along the way. Nobody knows everything when they first get started. I know that I didn't know anything about natural wellness or network marketing when I started this, but I jumped in and I was in activity and plugging into what was around me, and I just kept going, and you will definitely learn as you go. So don't wait for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Another thing not to wait for is don't wait or assume that people are going to come to you. You may be an amazing attraction marketer, and there are those random people that do have an incredible following or something like that where they're just getting tons of messages in their inbox. But as a whole, people will watch you market. But what you want to be doing is providing ample opportunities and conversations for people to join you and to ask questions. So that looks like starting conversations consistently following up with intentionality, and inviting people to events that you're hosting or that your team is putting on, or testimony events, or maybe a Zoom meeting that someone's having. So you are providing opportunities for people to learn more and to find value in what you're doing. And you're keeping the ball in your court because, number one, it's your business and they don't care about the goals that you have. They're waiting for you to paint enough of a picture that makes sense to them and tell them how this is going to benefit them so that they're willing to give it a shot, right? So we don't want to assume that people are just going to come to us because we made a few great posts. We're going to keep the ball in our court and know that our goals are our responsibility, and people don't know what they don't know. And until we're in conversation with them, they're really not going to understand how this is going to bless and benefit them. So that's on us to keep the ball in our court. Another thing about marketing would be don't just educate about the products, and for sure don't just be showing bottles all the time or pink drinks all the time without showing your face. We do want to make sure that we are using ourselves, our families, as our main marketing piece. People that follow you care about you. They care about seeing you, and they care about your story. Facts tell, but stories sell. So don't just educate about the products, even though they're amazing and there are great tidbits of things that we can share about them. But as a whole, most people want to know about the problems that our products can solve. You are a provider of solutions, and it's by providing and showing the solutions to certain problems that people are going to resonate with and begin to ask questions or be curious about. Another thing is when you are in constant conversation, I find that it is not helpful. So don't use a lot of I language. Don't focus a lot on yourself in the messaging. Like, I just wanted to reach out today because I was thinking about you, and I really hope that you would look at this because I think that you would really like it, and I would love if you would join my team because I really need some people. They're like, okay, tell me what else you need. What else can I fix in your life, right? We want to make sure our messaging is you focused. So don't say I a lot, and when you're in your messages, make sure you're thinking about and do say you. So you came to my mind today, and I said I again. It can get tough. This is what I'm saying. This is one of the ones that I work on, and I reword my messages all the time. But you would really enjoy hearing this person's story because I think that you would resonate a lot with it, even if there's some eyes in there. Make sure the focus is you. Because again, people don't care about solving our problems. We want to help them see that we're caring about their issues and their problems and why they would be great at this. And another messaging one would be not to throw up Plexus on people. There's some great trainings out there on this. And basically what that means is don't do what I did when I first started. However, don't get stuck in the how-tos. You got to get started somewhere. Worked for me and I learned through it, right? But I would send people like a book of everything that Plexus was and everything it could help with and all of the things that I was learning and my story. And maybe 1 out of 50 people actually read the messages that I was sending, but I did send a lot of them. So we had some conversations going, right? But instead of that, instead of offering so much information, offering so many options, it's just overload for people. We are in an age where that is just too much. People are inundated with too many things. So what we want to do is we want to ask a lot of questions and we want to listen more than we're talking. And then when we're in conversation and we know where someone's at, we know their needs, we can then provide simple and direct instructions that will help them make an easy decision, right? So when I'm sending messages and when we finally get to the point where I'm recommending products, I'm sending 2 to 3 options max. That might look like different price points. That might look like, well, this one's going to be more weight focused and this one's going to be more underlying problems. What's most important to you, you know? But very minimal options, because then it's an easier decision for them to make. They don't really know about the products yet anyway, so they're not really able to fully comprehend when we give them too many instructions. You and your sponsor can work together if you're still learning, but we want to provide them with simple options so that they can do that. So don't throw out Plexus on people, but do provide simple instructions and ask a lot of questions. Don't quit. Keep going. I heard from day one in Plexus, if you don't quit, you'll make it to the top. And what if the finish line is right on the other side of what felt like failure to you? Don't quit. Do keep going. Don't neglect to grow yourself in the process. Do plug in and remind yourself that practice makes progress and that leaders are learners. Nobody that you're looking at that's at the top of this company started off knowing all of these things and having all of these skills. We all started as a brand new ambassador and added our first 3 to go silver and learned and fell all over the place along the way. Be willing to be bad so that you can become great at something. Don't be a loner. Do plug in and participate. Those who show up, go up. Don't wait to lead. As soon as you have one person on your team, you have someone to link arms with and provide a sense of leadership and community by bringing them along and providing accountability. And last but not least, don't be shy about being a Plexus ambassador, but do remember that you are doing something amazing for yourself, for your family, and for any and everyone who you're providing an opportunity to share these products and this financial opportunity with. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know in the comments if you have some other do's and don'ts that you provide and that you think are helpful in your Plexus business.